Hi, this is Parthapatim Sinha. I'm legal intern in Lexis and Company. Today I'll be talking about a topic called legal position of managing director. Managing director, defined in section 2 subclause 26 of Companies Act, means a director who is entrusted with substantial powers of management which would not otherwise be accessible by him. The substantial powers of management may be conferred upon him by virtue of an agreement with the company or by a resolution of the company or the board or by virtue of its memorandum and articles. The powers so conferred are alterable by the company. He is also removable the same way as he was appointed, irrespective of the fact that his appointment has been approved by the central government. But if he is prematurely removed from office, he is entitled to compensation. A managing director is an employee of the company, but not to the extent so as to be entitled to preferential payments. A managing director occupies the dual capacity of being a director as well as employee of the company. Thus, for example, the Supreme Court observed that he can be regarded as a principal employee for the purposes of the ESI Act 1948. The day-to-day management is entrusted to the managing director, who can exercise powers of management without referring to the board. It is necessary that the articles must provide for such an appointment being made. Boschok Proprietary Company Limited versus Fook, 1906, 148. A manager who was prosecuted for default under Section 220 contended that he was not liable as he was designed before the last date for filing accounts. The court held that the managing director combines in himself two capacities, namely manager and director. The capacity as manager cannot be terminated by merely sending up resignation. It becomes effective only when the company accepts the resignation and relieves him from his duties. Now talk about managing whole-time director linked with nature of duties, not designation. Department Department clarification: whether a director is to be regarded as a whole-time director or as a managing director of the company would depend on the nature and extent of the duties entrusted to him, and that the designation under which the appointment is made would not make any difference in this regard. Thus, if a director is entrusted with managerial function, he would be in the position of managing director, notwithstanding the fact that he may be designed as a technical advisor or as a technical director of the company. Now, to talk about company may have more than one managing director. Section 2, subclause 26 defines managing director as a director who is entrusted with substantial powers of managing, which term refers to the nature of powers, not the quantum. Section 2, subclause 24 of the Companies Act 1956, on the other hand, defines the word manager as an individual who has the management of the whole or substantial the whole of the affairs of a company. Thus, the managing director of a company may be entrusted with the substantial power of a management, but not necessarily of the whole or substantial the whole of the affairs of a company. A company may therefore have more than one managing director. That's what my topic is all about: legal position of managing director. Thank you.